Hi, this is Vijay Bambani here, and I'm back with you recording this video still from my residence about a very critical topic from my point of view as a veteran trader. The question that I want to ask you in this video is, are you addicted to Hopium? I'm talking of Hopium with a H, not opium, the narcotic. Hopium is actually a combination of two words, hope and that addictive hope, which is as addictive as opium. Now, this is something that I learned in my journey as a trader over the years from market veterans. When a trader initiates a trade, remember I'm talking about traders, not investors. As an investor, you have no choice but to nurse hope, because you're hoping that the stock that you bought appreciates year after year, decade after decade, or maybe longer if that's your time frame. But to me, as a trader who has to put food on the table thrice a day or maybe more for the family per day, I need to live day by day. So as a trader, I cannot really resort to hope. But many a times, and this is something that I have found over the years from my Sunday video chats, which I've come to relish, enjoy, and really look forward to with people whose opinions I love, respect, and over the years have learned to even imbibe in my trading systems. Now, what we discuss over the weekend is, if at all you are to enter a trade, and after entering a trade, if you start to close your eyes and pray to God, count rosary beads, or start saying, oh God, look after my trade, let it go in my direction, basically that is snorting Hopium. Why does this happen? Why is it that after you enter a trade, your mind kind of blanks out? Why is it that you start to feel like a deer crossing the roads in the night on a highway and is caught in the headlights of a moving automobile? You simply freeze up. You thought you knew what to do before the market opened. As soon as the market opened, you initiate a trade and things start to go completely whack out of control. And then you start to resort to hope. You start to chew your nails. You start to wait for another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes, another 10 minutes, hoping against hope that the trade will move in your direction. If this is happening to you, you are a trader who's addicted to Hopium. And what do? Since you caused the problem, you're supposed to find the solution. If you look around you and you cannot find the problem, which I think you should not be able to find because it started from you, you should basically reason out with yourself using common sense that if you're not a part of the solution finding process, you are the problem itself. Now, many a times, and I'm now talking about behavioral science, many a times we rush into a trade, maybe because the previous evening or the previous night we had some social commitments, we want to go out for dinner, there was a wedding in the family or whatnot. You did not get the routine amount of time that you spend on the charts, looking at your systems, updating your statistical data, looking at screen reading signals, etc., etc. And in the morning, you kind of enter into a transaction which you think will go in your direction. You know what? Your mind is a very well-honed machine. When you are resorting to short-term trading, the part of the brain that you're deploying is just behind the forehead and just under the crown, the surface. This part of the brain is called the prefrontal cortex. Now, I'm talking about sheer neurobehavioral science here. Trading is scientific and far more scientific than people know, or if they do not know, would admit that they do not know. Now, the prefrontal cortex, which is a very rational part of the brain and is responsible for short-term actions, reasoning, and short-term memory, which is why Amir Khan gets hit on the prefrontal cortex in his famous movie Gajni and suffers from short-term memory losses. So the prefrontal cortex is a part of the brain that is responsible for short-term trading, as compared to the deeper brain inside known as the limbic brain, which is responsible for long-term investments. So your prefrontal cortex knows subconsciously and actually very consciously that you are underprepared for this trade. Therefore, it basically tries to block your senses, and you do not know what happened to you once the trade goes against you and you start to see a mark-to-market loss on your screen. The prefrontal cortex of the brain requires logic. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And hey, you did not feed it enough logic because you underprepared or may not have prepared at all for the trading session, and your subconscious mind knows that you do not have sufficient data to fall back on. What is the cure? I've shown you the problem. What is the cure? You need to spend more time on your trading systems. You need more time to spare for yourself, away from everything else, and prepare for the next day's trading session, or maybe the next trade whenever it happens. Your mind must be completely relaxed, knowing well that you've done your homework. You have done all that you could have humanly done to prepare yourself for this trade. You've basically worked out all the permutations and combinations of what can and cannot go in your favor, so that there is no element of surprise. As the old saying goes, chance favors the prepared mind. It might look like basic elementary sense to you. Some of you might even call it boring, but do not underestimate the power of preparation. Soldiers know that, which is why you have war games, you have drills, you have morning physical training or PT every day at army camps. This is to keep your mind and body completely prepped up for any kind of exigencies, emergencies, and contingencies. So instead of resorting to Hopium, I think you should start to prepare more and more often, which is why on Equity Master's Telegram channel with the handle Equity Master Official, I keep putting out statistical data. And I've explained to you earlier that the F&O turnover, in which I mentioned the kind of volumes that was traded during the day. If on a bullish day the turnover is higher, which means increased participation, that's something we actually want as a positive trigger. On the other hand, if the market is falling and the turnover is higher, which means there's higher selling pressure, which is what we don't want, then I also send out another update which is on the basis, which means is the future trading at a discount to cash or at a premium to cash. Ideally, all other factors remaining constant, the future should be trading at a premium to cash. If it is not so, it's a sign of concern. Then I give you a list of stocks, 6 lists of stocks, 20 stocks, top stocks from each category. And your job is to see to it how many stocks are figuring in as many lists as far as possible. These are the stocks that will see a heightened degree of activity on the next day's trading session. Simple enough. I've taken out a whole lot of footwork for you. I've done all the heavy lifting. All you need to do is spare an hour or two and to study for the next trading session so that you can put better quality food on the table for your family. With this simple hack, I assure you your trading profits will simply improve substantially. Or if you're one of those traders who've not yet enjoyed substantial trading profits, It'll get you started and jumpstart your trading experience. On this promising note, I'll bid goodbye to you in this video till I meet you in my next. In the comment section, do let me know what you think of this video and what you would want me to record in my next one. Do click like on this video if you're watching it on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do not forget to share this video with your family and friends and help me spread the cult of knowledge-based investments and trading. And do take very good care of your investments, your trades, your family and your health. Thank you for watching my video. Stay sharp. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.